crisis. So this is the crisis that we have. That's the problem which you and I are facing at the moment. Let me just paint a little bit of this particular landscape so that you can have an appreciation of what I'm talking about. If you look at the European education system, and I want to focus on higher education system. We cannot cover both of them now. A higher education system, you will notice that it is highly STEM-based. In other words, 60 to 65% of it has got curriculum that is deeply rooted in STEM disciplines. And by that, we are talking about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. That's very crucial. It's a very critical element to take note of. And when you compare most of the African education systems, they are made up of 80% commercial and arts faculty. By faculty, we're simply referring to the lecturers, professors who constitute the teaching personnel in our universities. It's about 80% who are commercial and arts. But the irony of it is that industry itself is driven by STEM. You can't create industry and drive it sustainably to contribute to high economic productivity with arts and commerce only. Yeah. Then the second aspect is that of European higher education systems being early adopters of emerging technologies. Emerging technologies, we are looking at the recently established technologies that are impacting and transforming the world as such. We are sluggish by and large. There is also the issue of advanced research and development, which in European countries they do pursue. And I can also state that in Asian countries are also pursuing that. If you look at countries like Singapore, South Korea, and if you go to Japan and countries like China, they are trying to make a huge impact in terms of research and development. Without research and development, it is impossible to come up with a knowledge which makes you capable of understanding the dynamics locally and at global level. Therefore, it becomes difficult unless you understand phenomena in their context. If you don't understand the situations, problems in their correct context, it is impossible to resolve them. So yeah, in our case, we are given a rudimentary type of research and development in our universities, a kind of a research which doesn't translate into real meaningful a product or solution to global problems. And that's a serious problem. Others have also gone, in Europe, they've gone way ahead in terms of democratizing their education system, making use of e-learning platforms and systems. Whereas we are generally looking at having the learners come to the classroom and learn from there. And obviously there are limitations which come with that, and the issues of transportation, the issues of accommodation, the issues to do with the pricing of our education system. It's not affordable. It complicates lives for young people. Then in the European setup, there's high-level mobility. This is where we're talking about the integration of standards of education. So much so that if you are learning at a university in one country, you can wake up tomorrow and say, I'm transferring to another university in another country, but I'm carrying my credits with me, and there's no problem if there is integration and standardization. In our case, there's little, if any, of that kind of mobility. Even in specific countries, it is difficult inside your own country to move from one university to the other. Then there is also systematic integration of innovation and science in terms of a European education system. And in our case, our research is fragmented. Small groups do their own research, and it doesn't constitute any meaningful transformation, let alone provision of solutions to complex problems. Now, then there's also the issue of strong institutions in European setups. Why? Because they have got high academic freedom, which is a very good attribute if you want an institution to be able to spearhead education and research and development in the manner it should. Then in our case, most of them are weak, and this has been designed by way of politicizing education systems to compromise academic freedom. And because of that, it becomes difficult.